minutes before we're done the run-up, and the goal is to get it down around 6 or 7, so it usually takes about the 3rd or 4th try before you see a big drop, so we'll just, and I'm only doing that because, you know, you're spending a lot of money, and if you take 12 minutes or 15 minutes to get down there and then 15 minutes to get back, or 10 minutes, you wasted, you know, almost 30 minutes of flying time. We're not trying to rush, but okay, whenever you're ready. So you just need a little power to get out of the hole and maybe just lift the nose up. There you go, and then it'll start moving. A little less power because we got to turn on that yellow line. Sorry, I just don't want to hit anything here because, there you go. Yeah, you need about 900 to 1,000 to keep this thing moving. Once it starts rolling, you can pull it right back to 900.
We're good on your side?
All clear on the right, and it looks clear on the left. Nobody on the runway, and nobody in the pattern I see. I think you'll find there's not going to be a whole lot of people out here just because it's A, it's Thursday, and B, it's windy out here. There was a big Cessna Caravan here all week. They just must have taken it back home. So as soon as you get to the top of this, you'll have to take a little power out because you'll be going downhill and you'll be going like 20 knots by the time you get there. There you go.
It's weird because you have to kind of veer to the right a little bit. Or it seems like the line deviates a little.
Oh, this line is a mess. I think a drunk person painted that. Yeah, it's not too bad out other than the little bit of wind, and I think Don was right. It is starting to die off, it seems. These guys are going to get killed in this plane.
Yeah, I think it's going to be bouncing around.
I don't know why Joe flies that thing, man.
Cheap.
I flew that thing I learned how to fly in one of those, but that thing is so small. Like you and I would be probably overweight in that thing.
Yeah.
Let's slow down a little bit. And we don't want to get any closer than about a plane and a half. There you go. And if you just turn a little bit, actually, yeah, just turn so I can see behind us. So just turn a little bit to the right. Yeah, that's good. I just want to be able to see if there's somebody behind us and we'll move up. So you can do your run up here.
Okay.
I don't think there's anybody behind us. Let me get you a little further up, and then if somebody comes up here in a car, they can get by us. There you go. Now I can let one more person in here if I need to.
All right, parking brake is set. Cabin doors and windows will close in a second. Elevator trim is set for takeoff. Flight controls are free and correct. Fuel quantity check. Mixture rich. Tanks are on both, by the way. Bring the throttle up to 1700.
Hey, something's wrong here. So this should be at about 49 feet. So I'm just going to check there.
2238 Zulu. Wind 240.
You can go ahead and finish that, but we're off by 300 feet. So.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 32 Celsius. Dew point 22 Celsius. Altimeter 2970. Remarks. Density altitude 2,300.
I think you just added an extra, I think you got 2997 and
yeah.
2, yeah, it's 2970. That's all right. We're at 49 feet here, so just always double check, because that could in fact kill you in the wrong terrain.
Friction lock looks good.
So you understand what could happen, right? If you took off here at night and you were at 300 feet, then you came back here and this thing's saying you're at 300 feet, you could either be 300 feet high or low depending on how far off it was. Let's put on some lights and kill the parking brake when you're done. You got the mag check and the throttle check, right?
We're good. We're on both.
I think we got to do the before takeoff checklist. I don't know if we did that because I think
it was just the engine run up. All right. Flaps.
Oh, sorry. It's before takeoff. Yep.
Flaps as required. Trim set for takeoff. We're good.
Looks good.
Rich.
Yep.
Car beat is off.
Yep.
Lights. You want?
Yeah. So that's pitot heat, so we'll leave that off, but everything else can go on. And that one is taxi. We'll leave that off, and that's landing.
So leave that off.
Now you can put that on. Yep. Fuel valve, you got that. Heading indicator, you should recheck. It looks like 041. It's pretty close. There you go.
Transponders at 1200. Yep. Time
I got. And you're getting much lower now. Take a minute off that. Get your window closed real quick. Make sure your shoulder harness is on. I should actually make sure mine's on if I'm going to tell you that.
I'm good.
And I was dicking around with this radio, and I bet you I didn't turn it back up, so I'm just going to double check. I turned it down. Radio check 1228, flying W.
Loud and clear, how many?
All good, thanks. Okay. Let's see where he is. He just took off. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 62862, departing 19, leaving the pattern to the south. Okay, all you. We're going to rotate at 55, climb out at what, 76 in this plane, I think? Sound right?
Yes.
One of them's 73, so pull some power back real quick, just get lined up here, because we're going to need to put some aileron. Oh, you know what? I'm going to open your vent, too.
Ready?
Yep. Full power. Feet off the brakes, and we'll probably need a little little right aileron into that wind until we get in the air. So we're going to hold that in.
Airspeed's alive.
And then you need a little bit of right rudder here. And that's rotation speed. So now you can start to let a little bit of that aileron out, and then the plane is going to crab into the wind and just hold it level there. It's going to be a little bumpy, especially as we cross above the trees here, so I'd keep your lap belt pretty tight. It's not impossible to hit your head. And just try to hold the 76 knots, and we'll be fine in a minute. And again, whenever you see me not holding the yoke, that means I'm pretty sure you have control of the plane. So when we get up here, if you want to go to MJX, we can actually follow those guys because they're going out to the practice area. So the heading's going to be about 165.
All right.
In that general vicinity, because our compass is probably off again by now. But they're somewhere right in front of us at plus 1,300 feet. I don't see them right now, but this heading's perfect. This will get us to ditch, which gets us clear of McGuire, and then you can head, I think you can go directly to MJX from there, yeah. Or you can go up to Lakewood if you want. How's that feel?
All right.
Everything feels, you seem like you got the hang of the...
Yeah, trying to keep it at 76.
Yeah, no, you seem like you got the hang of the pitch and the yoke and the hand on the throttle and everything, so that's all good news. What are you up to, like 4 or 5 hours now?
Close to 5, yeah.
Yeah, and you seem like, I think I told you day one not to get frustrated with the taxiing. You seem like you're getting way better at that.
That's, yeah, it's just going to take practice, I guess.
You won't even know it's happening, though, because you're going to be so focused on other things during that time. You'll just, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be taxiing like you're an airline pilot. You'll have forgotten all about that.
What's our heading on your fourth flight? Because I'm going by this.
The track says 149 right now,
right.
so That's actually pretty close to what your DG says. This thing, I'm convinced, is like completely broken. Let's see. Those guys are 1,200 feet above us, right off our nose somewhere, and God, I didn't think it was going to be this hot out tonight. You see them anywhere?
No, I don't.
They're just off of our, about 1 o'clock or 12:30, something like that. They're pretty far away, I think. They're at least a couple miles. But you would think you'd be able to see a Cessna from here.
What are we climbing to anyway?
We can go up to 2,000 or 2,500, whatever works for you. We're not going to be up here that long to get only 12 minutes away.
Now, when I get to 2,000, do you want me to pull power back and then trim it out, or?
Yeah, when you get to 2,000 feet, all you have to do is bring it back to like 23, which is where you are right now anyway. All we're going to do is just put the nose down and relieve. We're not going to trim it per se. We're going to relieve the pressure using trim. So just put the nose down, and if it feels like it's pushing upwards still, you can just trim it down a little bit. So you're never going to get it perfect today, though, because it's really bumpy up here. There's 920 for 2,000. And these guys are making a right turn out after they got the ditch. So if you stay on this heading, you'll be well clear of them. Still don't see them.